Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is your girl at her own journey. Now in today's video, what will I be doing is to bake. So I'll be baking two cakes. One is California bundt cake and the other one is pineapple cake. So these are the ingredients that I'll be using to do both cakes. So in the video, I'll try my best to be as specific with the amount that I use. So if you want to try it out, you could always come back to this video to try out how I did this cake. Each time I bake these two cakes, I realize that people love it. So this is the flour. Now here I have some ripe bananas. That will be for the California bundt cake. And here I had cinnamon flour. So here I'm showing you that I use cinnamon and this is flour. The amount of flour that is used is 6 cups sifted flour, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 2 teaspoons salt. And here I am showing each time as I go step by step what I am using. Now the next will be baking soda, and I just use 2 teaspoons baking soda. You won't use any baking powder for this ingredient or for this cake. This is the California bundt cake. Here I have my sugar, and I'll be using 4 cups of sugar for this. Here's the sugar, and now I'll be adding 4 cups of bananas. I dice them, and I try not to dice them too small so the banana will be showing in the cake. And next, another cup, that's 2 cups. And here's my 3rd cup. And my last and final, the 4th cup. Now to my sugar and bananas, I add 4 cups of oil. Here I am adding 3 teaspoons of vanilla. Now this is half a teaspoon, so I had to put double it up. Where I don't have the 1 teaspoon, so I had to use the half teaspoon instead. Now this is me doing this. This is almond flavoring, and that's what I add. That's a little, just an extra kick to give the cake an extra liking. And then I add a little, that was half teaspoon, and another half teaspoon of coconut flavoring, sorry. And I put some rum. Now this rum is not like Jamaican rum, but I had a couple teaspoons just to give it a extra kick in the flavor. And here I add 6 eggs. I made sure to take out all that white thing on the eggs, so it don't let the cake have that raw scent. So here with my dry ingredients, I'll combine all together, mix it in well so they are combined nicely. Then with my wet ingredients that you just saw me prepared or done with, I'll add the dry ingredients to that and then mix. This cake is easy to make, very easy. So now I'm back to my wet ingredient. These are pineapples and eggs. So I am going to add my 6 eggs and also my pineapple to the banana and sugar and stir it in. When I stir it in, then I'll add my dry ingredients. Whenever baking, always try to separate the dry ingredients and from the wet ingredients and see if your cake will come out better, because that's what I've learned from the person that I'm working with, and I tried it, and each time, yes. So these are some pineapple chunks, and I realized that my cake always come out good. So now I'm stirring it in. That's that's what I'm doing right there. And after that, I add my dry ingredients, mix it in, combine all together, and when I'm done with that, I will butter my pan and just add all of this that I'm doing to the pan and bake for 1 hour and 20 minutes. After folding it in, this is the consistency you should have. Looking so lovely. And it tastes so good. Trust me, it tastes so good. Well, for persons who don't like banana and pineapples, because I know there are some people who do not like fruits. Well, I don't know. Here now, this is where I had to add the butter to the pan, my baking pan, and yeah, then add my cake mix to the pan. After greasing my pan with the butter, I add just a little dust of the flour so my cake will not stick to the bottom. So that's what I'm doing there. Yes, I am scraping out everything because this pan have to get clean. I need all of this in my pan, so may I clean it out nice and properly. Yeah, we don't want to leave but no mixture in this pan. Yeah, right there. Not true. Got through me, girl. Yes. Yum yum, look at all this goodness. Girl, ladies, gentlemen, when me tell you that the cake tastes good, because me make sure me taste it, you know, because people this are good. Tastes good. Tastes good. I think I'm starting my next my next cake, and here I have my 6 eggs, and as I said before, I am going to try and take out all of those white thing off there. And now this is for the next mixture. I'm going to add 6 eggs. So this cake that I'm starting is the pineapple cake. Now for this one, I'll add crushed pineapple, not the chunks, the crushed one. So that's why I'm trying to show you that it's not the chunks but the crushed pineapple. So I had 2 small tins of the crushed pineapple to this. Then I think I'm going to add sugar. Oh, I'm going to add my baking powder. So this is baking powder. Next up is 2 teaspoons vanilla. Now, because this is pineapple, I was like, I don't think it's going to get as yellow as I want it to look. So I add a little coloring, yellow, because the pineapple is yellow. So this is my idea. This is not this is my idea for adding the coloring. Now I'm going to add my all-purpose flour, and the amount of flour used here is 8 cups of flour. Here is my sugar. This is the sugar I use, and I use 4 cups of sugar. Then here you see I start to stir it in and mix well, combine all together. Do not mix this right out, do not. Here I am showing my pan, and then I'm going to add my butter and to grease, and do the same thing as sift a little bit of the flour and dust it all over the pan, so as I said before, it does not stick to the bottom. And this should be your result after dusting the flour in. So here I am going to add my ingredients to the pan, to the baking pan, and put in the oven for an hour. No, this one, it takes 2 hours. This one takes a little, it's easier too, but it takes 2 hours. Less ingredients, I should say, not easier, but less ingredients, but it takes a longer process, longer time to bake, 2 hours. And again, I must say, I am cleaning out the pan. May I clean it out, may not waste nothing. And guys, I realize that baking takes a lot of money. So when people charging you a certain amount for one cake, it costs. It's a lot of money to bake it. And the time, oh my god. So when people are charging money, I understand. Honestly, me baking for myself, I understand. And voila, this is how it should be looking. So I'm going to pop this in the oven right now. Oh, before I pop it in the oven, yes, I add a little nuts. Well, I would rather add like walnuts, which is more expensive, but I add a little nuts. And then when I add the nuts, I'll add my sweetened coconut, crushed coconut. What is it? Yes, sweetened coconut. So shredded, yes, shredded coconut, that's where. Yes, so I'm going to add that all over, pop it in the oven, let it bake for 2 hours, and voila. Let's see what the outcome is going to be. So this is how it's looking. Now I'm going to make my topping, because there's a topping for this that I'm doing. So here I'll add the whole cup of cream, all of that, all of that, the whole tin of cream. Then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and I'm going to add 2 cups, well, not 2, half cups of butter, maybe 1 cup of butter. Yeah, I think 1 cup of butter for the amount, for the cake that I bake. So it's 1 cup of butter, and then I add sugar. I did not show sugar in this, but I'm supposed to add sugar to this. And then I'm going to let it boil, but I'll keep stirring until it have that thick consistency, not too thick, but have a nice consistency, so I can pour over the cake. Here you see that it is boiling up, and I keep stirring just to not let it let it boil over. So this is how it's looking, and it has to have a certain consistency. Sorry, I did not show that video, that clip, to let you see how it looked and how I pour it over, but it came out very good. And the coconut is a little burnt, but trust me, it's going to taste good. And this is my California bundt cake, and I love that I did that on my own. So this is how it's looking. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Your Girl at Her Own Journey. Bye.